Every symbol is far more than a line, a curve, or an abstract mark on a page. It is a pulse, a fragment of the inner rhythm of the soul, a reflection of hidden states we rarely speak aloud. In front of you are four simple, almost accidental-looking symbols, drawn in a single movement, like quick strokes on a blank sheet. But don't let their simplicity mislead you. Behind those lines live emotions, impulses, patterns of perception, and the whispers of intuition. These symbols reveal the way a person thinks, feels, chooses, and responds to life, even the parts they never admit to themselves. Don't overthink. Look at the four symbols for just a moment and allow your intuition to do the choosing. Intuition always moves first, long before logic wakes up. Each symbol reflects a different inner process: softness or resistance, calm or energy, the need for freedom or the desire for protection. Whichever symbol calls to you is a hint about what part of you is currently most alive. You didn't choose randomly. Something inside you recognized itself. Your soul chose the shape before your mind could explain it. In the next section, we will explore what it means if the first symbol, the gentle flowing line with tiny dots, like a breath turned into ink, is the one that spoke to you. If the first symbol, that smooth, continuous line that bends softly from side to side and is gently decorated with tiny dots, is the one your intuition chose, then your inner world is moving through a phase of gentle motion, quiet harmony, and deep intuition. This symbol speaks the language of people who don't force their way through life. They flow through it. On the outside, you may seem calm, steady, even reserved, but inside, there is a delicate sensitivity, an ability to sense nuances, moods, and unspoken meanings that most people completely overlook. You notice tiny shifts, the way someone's tone changes, the small pause before a word, the subtle tension in the air. You feel the world deeply, like a soft brush moving across your skin. This symbol resembles a silk ribbon drifting in the air, a gesture so subtle it almost disappears. It says your energy is not explosive or chaotic. It is fluid, flexible, warm. You don't smash obstacles, you move around them. You don't push, you guide. You don't demand. You influence through presence, through softness, through an elegance that requires no explanation. You are a person of gentle strength, the kind of strength that does not roar, yet is felt instantly. There are people who conquer the world with force, and there are people like you who transform the world through stillness, wisdom, and emotional clarity. Being near you feels like someone finally turned off the extra noise in the room. You understand life not through rules, but through feeling. Your intuition is not a tool, it's a compass. Often you know the answer before you even know the question. You can read between the lines, sense what is hidden, and feel truth long before others catch up. People sometimes say you're too sensitive, but sensitivity is not a flaw, it is your gift. Those who cannot feel deeply cannot live fully. You find beauty in the small things: the flutter of a curtain in a light breeze, the scent of warm bread, the sound of rain hitting a window, the expression in someone's eyes when they finally trust you. Your emotional world has depth. You don't just touch the surface of feelings, you dive all the way in. And yes, sometimes that depth can feel heavy. Sometimes you think you're too soft for a loud world. But your softness isn't weakness. It's the reason you can heal, listen, understand, love. This flowing symbol appears during a time when life is asking you to slow down, to breathe, to stop fighting currents that are already guiding you. You've been carrying a lot. Too much, maybe. Now your path is one of softness, not struggle. You don't need to control everything. Life is rearranging itself quietly for you. You are someone who heals simply by existing. People trust you effortlessly. They come to you with secrets, with fears, with their guard lowered. Not because you ask for it, but because they feel safe beside you. You are not fire or storm. You are the quiet wave that reshapes the shore. The message of this symbol is simple and powerful. You are on the right path. Do not rush. Do not force. Let the inner current guide you. It knows the way. Your essence right now is breath, harmony, soft motion, and tenderness. And it is exactly this energy that is opening your next step. If the second symbol, the straight vertical line with a soft loop at its center and small dots on each side, is the one that drew you in, then within you lives a rare inner quality, a calm clarity, a quiet strength, and a deep sense of personal order. At first glance, the symbol may seem simple, just a line, a curve, a few small accents. But this simplicity is its meaning. This symbol is chosen by people who value inner states over outer noise. Those who understand that true stability begins within, long before it shows up in the world around them. The vertical line represents your inner spine, the part of you that holds steady even when life shakes, even when circumstances become unpredictable. You rely on your own principles, your experience, your wisdom. You don't collapse easily. You don't bend to every opinion or emotional wave of other people. But this doesn't mean you're cold or distant. It means you carry yourself with dignity. You remain yourself even in moments when others lose themselves. Inside, you may doubt or question or worry, but underneath those movements, there is a quiet certainty. Whatever happens, you will endure. The loop at the center speaks of your flexibility. You're not rigid. You don't bulldoze your way through life. You adjust. You shift when needed. You listen. You sense the dynamics of a situation, and you move with grace rather than force. You understand one essential truth. Stubbornness is not strength. Wisdom is the ability to adapt without losing your center. This is your gift. The symmetry in the symbol reveals your desire for balance. You can't thrive in chaos. You don't enjoy unpredictability or emotional storms. You need a sense of direction, even if the path isn't fully clear. You like to understand what's happening, to feel the ground under your feet. You create order in relationships, in work, and in your own thoughts. And people sense this balance in you immediately. Being around you brings stability, calm, a sense that things can be okay. You are the kind of person who quietly holds the world together without announcing it. The small dots at the sides of the line show something else, your attention to detail. You notice subtle cues, hidden meanings, things others try to disguise. It's not easy to manipulate you. You see too much. But you don't use this awareness to judge or control. You observe. You understand. You respond with quiet integrity. Your decisions may look gentle from the outside, but inside they come from a deep, grounded place. People who choose this symbol often become the center of gravity for others, even when they never asked for that role. You hold steady when everything else is falling apart. You bring reason when others are overwhelmed by emotion. You listen without rushing to fix or correct. You create a space where others can breathe again. But, like every strength, this has a shadow. Sometimes you are too demanding of yourself. You carry yourself like a perfectly straight vertical line, even when you're tired, hurting, or overwhelmed. You don't always allow yourself softness. You suppress emotions because you believe they get in the way. You hold order even when you actually need rest. This symbol gently reminds you, flexibility isn't only for dealing with life, it's for dealing with yourself too. It's okay to pause, to cry, to breathe, to not have everything perfectly structured. If this symbol was your first instinctive choice, it means you're currently in a stage of internal alignment. You may be rebuilding parts of your life, boundaries, priorities, identity. You're learning to hear yourself more clearly, to trust your own center more deeply. The message of this symbol is clear. You're on the right path. Stay centered, but allow softness. Hold your line, but breathe inside it. You are balance, you are integrity, you are quiet strength, and your choice is a reflection of your inner structure. If the third symbol, the swirling dynamic shape with 4 rounded loops expanding in different directions, is the one that captured your attention, then your soul carries a complex, layered energy that cannot be simplified into one dimension. This symbol is never chosen by someone who lives in a straight line. It belongs to people who feel life as movement, vibration, flow. People who don't fear contradictions or inner tension because they understand that growth happens exactly there, in the places where many parts of the self meet and interact. Inside you, energy moves in more than one direction at once. And this isn't chaos. This is your natural way of expanding. You are not a person of one path. Your destiny is a map with many routes, many possibilities, many variations of yourself unfolding over time. Emotion, intuition, logic, impulse, all of these coexist within you, sometimes clashing, sometimes harmonizing, but always shaping you into someone uniquely alive. The 4 loops in the symbol mirror the 4 forces inside you: your sensitivity, your intellect, your creativity, your action. You don't choose one, you are all of them. People who feel drawn to this symbol often sense that they are too much or too many things at once. Your inner world feels bigger than a single direction, deeper than a single identity, wider than a single role. You can love intensely, think widely, dream boldly, act powerfully, sometimes all within the same hour. In you, freedom and focus coexist. Emotion and logic dance together. The intuitive and the analytical merge into a single living rhythm. And no, this combination is not peaceful, but it is real, vibrant, electrifying. You cannot tolerate stagnation, dullness, or predictability. Your spirit needs motion, challenge, self-expression. You grow through exploration. You breathe through change. The swirling symbol reveals something else. You are a person of personal evolution. You don't simply live, you transform constantly. Even when you appear calm to others, inside you, hundreds of thoughts, emotions, insights are weaving themselves into new understanding. You're always processing, connecting, learning. You learn from people, from mistakes, from emotions, from silence, from pain, from joy. From every chapter of life, nothing is wasted on you. You feel deeply and honestly. You don't hide from powerful emotions. You enter them fully because you intuitively know that healing and transformation happen inside the intensity, not outside it. Your emotions don't break you, they shape you. But this richness has a shadow. There are moments when you feel pulled in different directions, unsure which path to take because you can see several possibilities at once. There are times when your inner world becomes almost too full, too many desires, too many thoughts, too many impulses. But this is not a flaw. This is your nature. You are not built for a single narrow path. You are built for a web of possibilities. Your strength is your ability to be flexible, open, dynamic. You evolve through motion, not stillness. You discover yourself through experience, not through waiting. This symbol also points to a powerful intuition, the kind that doesn't need evidence to recognize the truth. Where others see confusion, you see connections. Where others hesitate, you sense direction. You understand life as a system, a pattern, an interconnected flow. You can see order inside chaos. If this symbol spoke to you first, it means your soul is entering a period of unfolding. Your complexity is no longer a burden. It is becoming your advantage. You are ready to express yourself more fully, more courageously, more authentically. To stop shrinking in order to fit small spaces. Your path isn't straight, it's expansive. Not predictable, but vibrant. Not simple, but breathtaking. You don't need to become simple. You need to become yourself. You are movement. You are transformation. You are living energy capable of changing everything you touch. If the fourth symbol, the thin, graceful line crowned with a small spiral and surrounded by tiny scattered dots, is the one that called to you, then within you lives a rare blend of softness, depth, and quiet strength. Your energy doesn't shout. It doesn't demand space. It doesn't compete. It unfolds. Gradually, gently, almost like the slow rise of morning light. This symbol reflects people who move through the world with delicacy, not weakness. People who sense the room before entering it. People who listen not only with their ears, but with their entire presence. The thin line shows how important it is for you to exist without overwhelming, without invading the boundaries of others. You're one of the few who can be present without taking too much space, who can be near someone without pressing on them, who can remain true without being loud. Your strength is not external, it is inner. It shows itself in small gestures, in stillness, in the warm calm that spreads around you when you simply are. People feel safer around you without understanding why. Just your presence softens the atmosphere. The spiral at the top reveals your gift for inner growth that happens in layers. You don't heal in sudden leaps. You evolve in circles, each round bringing you deeper understanding, more clarity, more wisdom. You never throw away difficult experiences. You absorb them, transform them, and weave them into who you are. You are one of the rare souls who truly changes from the inside out. The tiny dots around the symbol represent the fragments of life you've gathered. The details, the unspoken feelings, the subtle signals. Your perception is incredibly fine. You sense what others miss entirely. The emotional shifts, the hidden discomfort, the delicate movements of someone's heart. Your intuition is not an occasional flash. It is your natural mode of existence. But with this sensitivity comes vulnerability. You absorb the emotional climate around you like a sponge. You carry the worries of others, feel their heaviness, hold their unspoken fears. This can leave you exhausted in ways you can't always explain. This symbol whispers a gentle reminder. Your sensitivity is a gift, but it must be protected. You are not built for harsh environments. You need spaces that nourish you, people who respect your inner quiet, moments of silence that restore your energy. The thinness of the line speaks to your nature. You live not in loud victories, but in meaning. You don't care about drama, competition, or noise. You care about sincerity, connection, the quiet truth beneath the surface. In relationships, you don't want storms, you want warmth. You don't want games, you want honesty. You don't want chaos, You want presence. Others might try to dominate or impress. You try to understand. Others may chase attention. You chase authenticity. This makes you rare and deeply valuable. But don't mistake your gentleness for fragility. You bend, but you do not break. Like a thin branch in the wind, you move, adjust, survive. Your resilience is quiet, invisible, but incredibly strong. If this symbol was your instinctive choice, life is telling you something right now. Listen to yourself. Follow your small desires, your subtle impulses, your quiet truth. Don't run after loud goals that don't feel like yours. Don't harden yourself to fit someone else's expectations. You influence the world not through force, but through presence, through warmth, through the kind of soft power that reaches deeper than anything loud ever could. This symbol reminds you, you don't need to be louder to be powerful. You don't need to be harsher to be understood. Your gentleness is your influence, and your light does not blind. It warms. And right now, that is exactly the kind of light your soul needs. Each of the 4 symbols is more than a simple mark. They are like fingerprints of the soul, impressions of how your inner world is moving, flowing, expanding, or softening at this point in your life. Some are drawn to smooth, flowing lines because their spirit seeks harmony. Some choose strong verticals because they are rebuilding their inner foundation. Some find themselves pulled towards swirling shapes because their energy is awakening, branching, expanding. And some follow the delicate spiral because they crave gentleness, softness, and connection. Your choice might seem random, but it wasn't. Intuition doesn't choose at random. It speaks in images. It works faster than logic, deeper than thoughts, more honestly than words. It recognizes what has already grown inside you and simply mirrors it back. Your symbol is not a prediction of who you must be. It's a reflection of who you are becoming, where your energy is moving, and what your inner world wants you to notice. Sometimes the symbol reveals a part of you you've been ignoring. Your need for rest, your desire for structure, your craving for freedom, your hunger for tenderness, your longing for emotional depth, your readiness to expand, or your quiet wish for peace. At other times, it confirms something you already sensed but didn't dare to say aloud. And remember, you don't belong to only one symbol. You are wide, complex, constantly changing. Today you may be the flowing line, tomorrow the vertical, in a month the whirl, later the delicate spiral. You are a living, evolving being, and your inner landscape shifts like the seasons. The beauty of this small test is not in labeling you. It is in helping you hear yourself. A single image can reveal a direction, a feeling, a truth you've been carrying quietly. Your choice is a message from your intuition, a gentle invitation to understand what part of you is waking up right now. Listen to it, honor it, follow it, even just a little. And if you want, share in the comments. Which symbol chose you? Sometimes seeing the choices of others is just as meaningful as hearing your own inner voice.